4, 3. Brother R.A. Ha 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 ha. Yes, September. OMG. What a great life we live in America. I am your host, Brother R.A. The brother has a lot to say each and every day. And last week, we were discussing so many lovely things. And I'm just going to come straight into me. And what? Yes. Let's look at the calendar. What are we looking at? Last week was September 18th. In 1923, mayor of Johnsontown, Pennsylvania, threatens violence against African Americans and Mexican Americans if they refuse to leave town. That was in 1923. This is 2019. And today, September 25th, the 21st century, I did say it's the 19th year in the 21st century. 1964, on this, the 25th day. Yep, 1964, Alabama Supreme Court this week upholds civil rights activist Mary Hamilton's contempt conviction for not responding to prosecutor who used her first name but called white people Mrs. or Mr. Now, did that make sense? I is Father Nature, Melanin Man, biological living light, living in a melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with a calcified pineal gland society, calcified, hardened society in 1960. I was born in 1962. And this is the Supreme Court. In 1964, Alabama, down south. Forgive me, I'm up north. But down south. 1964, Alabama, Supreme Court this week upholds civil rights activist Mary Hamilton's contempt conviction for not responding to prosecutor who used her first name but called white people Mrs. or Mr. titles. And didn't Mike say last week, dealing with Dave Chappelle, a comedian on some media outlets would allow him to say nigga, 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 but you can't say faggot, dyke, or, oh, that's because you're not one of those, but you can say nigga, or negro, or other derogatory terms towards black people, but because you're not a faggot or a transvestite or a dyke or... But wait a minute, what does nigger mean? That means ignorant people, but you can call other black people ignorant people. Dealing with titles. I mean, so I, as Brother R.A., Father Nature, dealing with morons in various levels of, dealing with the Trinity. You have to forgive me, I'm going all over the place. And I'm not even high yet, I didn't even hit the pipe. And, but the Trinity, dealing with the baby, or the definition level, the connotations of the mother level, and the abstract of the father level, or some would like to say, maybe what's the Christians? They talk about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. But I'll just deal with the definitions, the connotations in the abstract, or the baby, the mother, and the father. I like that Trinity better than anything else. And dealing with I was watching this dumbass movie. You know how R.A. watches his stupid ass movies. Where'd it go? The Spy. and my boy Jason Statham was in this. Here, let's bring you into the closer shot. Jason Statham was in this, and he's like, I'm a real spy. And what's her name? Melissa McCarthy. She was the operator. And I hope I can get this out without laughing. But, yeah. I'm sweating. So she volunteered. She's like, I'll take on the assignment. She was the assignment for one of the spies. And, the government always, being in the military, everybody, and last week I made reference to being a spy. And everybody always wants to be a spy because the government always picks up the tab. And that's the whole point. That's what I'm getting at. Government has already created this, upper echelon. The military always makes the finer things, genetic engineering, and, they always come out with this. That's why we have these iPhones, and it's divide and conquer, and it's competition, and everyone's always working, to make dead slaveholders. And that's what I'm all up against. That's the whole point of my whole dialogue. The whole thing of what I'm about is fighting against you working for dead fucking slaveholders. So the spy thing government is definitely about divide and conquer. So, Jason Statham, he says, I'm a real spy. But she's the operator talking to, you have the wireless internet and you put in your eyepiece and the operator can see what you see and they're talking to you in your ear. And I've been trained. Melissa says, I've been trained. I can do what they do. And I've been to the farm. I can do this. I can do that. And, why can't I go? I can go out in the field. No, you're not good enough. You can't do what a real spy does. No, you can't do that. It's like, yes, I can. I can do it. I volunteer to go on the assignment to observe the sale of a nuclear bomb. And no, you can't. If you select her, Jason Statham says, I quit. And and he quits. But and so after he quits, she goes ahead and gets a sign and ends up in Paris and sees the Eiffel Tower and so on and so forth. And then she thinks she's going to a fine and fancy hotel and so on and so forth. And she passes all the luxury hotels and so on, and then ends up into the poor part of town and sees someone getting head and, people doing drugs and so on and so forth. And she's like, no, I'm not staying here. Am I staying here? My God, what's going on? I can't do this. Oh my God. She's, she gets into the bathroom, puts in her contact lens. Do you see this? Talking to her operator. And she's like, starts talking to herself. I can do this. I can do this. And she gets nervous and starts sweating. I think I can do this. She goes to sit on the edge of the bed and she closes the door and sits on the bed, and Jason Statham is sitting behind the door. It says, it looks like you're sweating to me. And she's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I'm a real spy. That's what I'm doing here. You're not a real spy. You look like Santa Claus's wife. And it made me go look for this picture. And I found a picture of Santa Claus and me and my sister. And I'm like, oh my God. Y'all can't see. That's not close enough. There's not enough light if I get any closer. But then it's like, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can bring this up. I'm going to bring up the picture of what she looks like. This is very funny. Get into the picture of her. I thought this was adorable. Oh, shoot. Stop that. Oh, there's so much more here for you to see. The computer does not like me. It's right there. It just won't. Why doesn't the computer bring my picture up? This is so irritating. Un momento, please. She's right there. The cursor will not do what I'm asking it to do. I'm so frustrated. It's taking me into next year's pictures, and it won't show me the pictures that I'm right here on this page. One page right there, just that picture. Okay, I'm going to have to move along because it won't give me just that one picture. Keeps going into November. How do I deal? I'm not sure what I should do. Took me 9 hours to get to that one picture. You look like Santa Claus's wife. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so now let's move along to part 3. Here, let's move on to this page here. And here, let's go to the hanging tree, and now we'll have more fun from here. Now, if I can get this computer to work. How about if I don't go to the hanging tree and just go to the turkeys? I get turkeys in the backyard. How about that? Will the turkeys come out? Y'all see the turkeys? This is dealing with the zoning board commissioner, or the zoning board chair. And I was telling him last week about the zoning board chair and the Indian brother who's the commissioner. They're allowing 117 Walden Street to put in, well, they stopped the construction of putting in 3 condos behind my grandmother's house, and went to the zoning board meeting not last Thursday, but the Thursday before that. And they plan on stacking black people on top of black people. And let's see, do I have that picture available? Since, here, let's see if I can show you this. This is way back when. Oh, see how they narrow the houses, and even behind that house they're putting another house. I've taken all these pictures in the neighborhood. Oh, in Porter Square. Do they recognize the porters, the black people, the porters, the individuals that had worked laying those perpendicular lines, not only the cross wood pieces, but the steel pieces. And what's the significance? Coming back to Brother R.A.'s page, and I was discussing last week here on in this corner here, the male, he has to understand his particular self in being not only the vertical line and a horizontal line, and in his upper quadrant being the spiritual man that he is, and this is his intellectual side in his upper right side, away from his heart. See, if this is him, his heart, this is his spiritual aspect. Opposite his spirituality is his intellect. And below his heart is his emotions. And opposite his emotions is his physicality. And his intellect is up here. But in his center, he has to balance all of that. So there is a perpendicularness. And this is his center. And he has to balance himself, and he has to be balanced. So here in my center, I have to balance all aspects of who I am and still be light enough so when I meet a woman, I don't put all that pressure on her, because she is the foundation of a relationship. And we as black men, or melanin dominant men, biological living light, have failed our responsibilities. And so, as porters, as individuals coming together after 400 years of slavery, after inbreeding, creating the melanin recessive inbred mutant albinos with the calcified pineal gland that want to be spies and have created a Santa Claus and have created this whole diaspora of, oh yes, create a nuclear weapon, an atom, a nuclear bomb. Let's blow up the fucking world. Fuck the turkeys. Let's just create, yes, this is the 21st century. Let's make everybody fat, kill themselves off, leave the upper echelon, have the niggas kill themselves off, have them hate themselves. Yes, it's okay to have a nigger call a nigger nigger. Have them call us Mr. and Mrs. Have them respect white people. Have black people want to have good perms. Have black people want to straighten their nigger naps. Have niggas fight in the ring. Kill themselves off. Work for dead slaveholders. Work 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week for a dead fucking slaveholder. Try to get what we got as melanin recessive inbred mutant albinos. Be porters. Still enslaved. We don't want them to know anything about anything. Keep them dumb. We don't want them to know about relationships and love themselves. Have niggas squash women. We don't want women to know anything about their divinity. We don't want nobody to know nothing. We want to keep everybody ignorant. Don't let women realize their value. Don't let black men realize their value. Don't let anybody realize opposite the right angle. That's why A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We don't want no one to realize that C squared is the future. That's why next month, October, is 88. That's the woman who is the foundation of a relationship. 1:30 in the afternoon, in the middle of the week, the depth end of September, the 9th month in the 21st century, going deep into the depths as we begin into the 10th month, a 1 and a 0, a straight 1. There's no end to the 1. You are the 1. A complete going deep, deep, deep into the depths of who you are. The depths. Going into the bubbling well. The molten lava, the core, the center of the earth. Black men, black women. Everyone, one. Reaching the core. Going through the core of the earth to the southern star. Reaching up to the northern star. That one, infinity, a circle has no beginning and no end. A sphere. Where is the circle begin? Every child, not only should it have a compass to know north, south, east, and west, but it should have this is a compass, but this draws circles so it can, your child, as old as it is, should be able to draw a circle so it can make a sphere and not just a flat circle, but a circle that has depth so it can understand. It gets to the ring. And I mean, I was talking to my female friend last night. Does God wear a robe? Do you think God gets up, oh Lord, let me put on my robe? Is God embarrassed? Does a goddess put on a robe? Is she ashamed of her coochie? Her twat? Her whatever? In heaven, do they have clothes? I don't get it. Which ring are you in of yourself? Are you at your core? Are you at the depths of who you are? Porter Square, the depth. Are we still enslaved psychologically? Whose fault is it? What depth of a ring? Are we a flat circle? Or we reach the depth of the sphere of our mind? Whose fault is it? I am Father Nature. Have I allowed myself to be balanced? A flat balance? Have I allowed the melanin recessive inbred mutant albino to continue with propaganda and control of the public mind? Have I demolished enough in Demolition Man? Have I gotten over the top? Have I reached enough of my roots? I'm still not high yet. I do need to get more into my balancing. I have so much more to share and show. Yeah, I shared some of the deep blue last week, and of course, I got a notice saying, yes, part of that can't, it may, YouTube said it can't be shown in certain areas. But Porter Square, is it okay for certain aspects of Porter Square, I mean, certain parts of Harvard and MIT to share and show and brag about certain things and say, oh yeah, we're proud of this and proud of that, even though it has racist innuendo? I'm just asking a question. And I'm just pointing certain things out, sharing some knowledge. Oh, here, I'd like to share some of this Tai Chi stuff with y'all. The meaning of stick, adhere, join, and follow. The raising up and lifting high is called sticking. The attachment and inseparability is called adhering. Forgetting oneself and not separating from the opponent is called joining. Responding to the opponent's movement is called following. That's enough of that for y'all. Okay, is this what I wish to share? This is what I was trying to show before? This is Brother R.A. in Boston Common, and I'm out here enjoying life with a melanin dominant sister. And look, yeah, Boston, we won't get a shot at her. We'll just acknowledge where we are. And I am right here. Actually, we'll get her voice reading this, if you don't mind reading it, because I can't see what the hell I'm...
Tell me when to start reading.
Go ahead, start reading.
Sight of the great elm. Here the Sons of Liberty assemble. Here Jesse Lee, Methodist pioneer, preached in 1790. The landmark of the common, the elm, blew down in 1876. The plaque was placed here by the New England Methodist Historical Society, but it doesn't say when the plaque was placed.
And so they
found... The elm is being planted to replace where the old elm once stood.
And this is Boston, the colonizers.
Listen, look at here. You can see the roots from the old one, though. You see these roots here?
The roots of the old tree.
Still remain.
And another tree in the Boston Common, and Brother R.A.'s been discussing the roots. And I am the new Kunta Kinte, and we've been discussing Kunta and roots, and the colonizer. And there's the John Hancock. Do they even teach penmanship in grade school nowadays? Just questions to be asking as we are hanging ignorant people. That's enough for today. And I do wish for my shit to go viral. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. And yeah. Family. We are family. Outside of Izzy's, pumping up melanin dominant businesses in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And here, let's show this real quick. Yes, this is Brother R.A. in Encore. No, you gotta be close with the music, yes. Yeah, I am on air with a friend of mine, a melanin dominant sister, and I'm talking about Encore in Everett. And today is August, what's today's date?
15.
August 15th, 2019. Yes, we got superstitious in the background, and I'm very superstitious. The house always wins. What is it? Average person only gets 4% chance of winning after watching Runner Runner. What is that? Ben Affleck's flick, Runner Runner? And, no, stay on me. I'm the content. Woman, what's wrong with you? So, how much money did we lose tonight?
I lost way too fucking much.
I'm done. Thank you for that, my brother. Yo, I don't know about gambling. I don't agree with that. But thank you so much. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it off. Turn it. Okay, so what is the whole thought about losing dead slaveholders, and what's the mentality and the mindset behind, first of all, working for a dead fucking slaveholder, and then you're gonna put your money down to gamble for trying to earn or win some of that dead slaveholder again. So wait a minute. Number one, how much integrity, belief, trust, faith do you have in yourself as a divine energy who relaxes and believes in your pupil? Wait a minute, your pupil is a circumference sphere that taps into your first eye. Inside your iris, that is, wait a minute, your pupil is a black dot, which is a Richard King theory talking about the black dot. And wait a minute, what is the fucking universe? A one verse, which is a black dot. Inside what is your iris is a nice tight hold on your pupil, iris, grip, lock, inside your, on your eyeball. In your left eye above your fucking heart. You have a heart. 1:45. The 21st century. The middle of the week, a Wednesday. September 9. A circle on top of a 1. Your spine. Tapping, wait a minute, above your belly button connects you to your mother. Your mother, the square, a 360-degree sphere, the foundation of a relationship, B square. (360 degrees). Do you see the three dots? The ball, the core, the core. Think it's 146. The 6, the circle at the bottom of the 1. Timing. What depth do you have? How deep do you go into who the fuck you are? Ignorant, stupid, dumbass motherfucker! Oh, you're listening to the words out of my mouth? Are you feeling the chi? That's a sermon, stupid. Talk about, oh shit, wait a minute. What happened to my art of cunnilingus? Can you imagine me doing this on your clit? How would that make you feel? Oh, where's my picture of the Pope sucking dick on the 8th day? What kind of, Why is it a double 8, a sphere? And why is it a melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with a calcified pineal gland doing that shit on a little boy on the 8th day? What kind of message is that? I'm just asking a question. 148 at 48. Oh, that was 28, I'm sorry. I'm watching the clock, texture, timing, density, dealing with the fabric, light, you see the feather, life, balance, symbols. Are you dealing with the plethora? The connotations, the abstract, the denotations, the connotations, on the various different levels of information. Is this social? Is it too intense? Am I too hard? Am I too soft? Think. It's not illegal yet. I'm just another face in the crowd. Here, let me just share some more pictures with y'all. I'm way out here. I'd hit the pipe while y'all was listening to me. Let's see if I can show you some more shit. Oh, here we go. Dealing with the... dealing with tensity and texture and shit. This is behind the VA, Veterans Memorial Hospital. Now, look at what I did with the pictures. Talking about color and contrast and so on and so forth. Just an eye. Media, manipulation. What's the message? I wish I could blow that up so you can see the nigger on his knee carrying the melanin recessive inbred mutant albino ammunition. Think, motherfuckers, think. Department of the Air Force. And this is behind my house. Look at that dinosaur rig, and my motherfucking ancestors built pyramids. Oh shit, can I get to that picture? Where are those pictures at? Oh shit. Yesterday was Wednesday. Supposed to be a moratorium, no loud noises. This is what time in the afternoon? Real technology proudly at work. Thank you, Cambridge. Okay, so that's that. And let's see if I can find some other pictures. What I'm actually looking for, if I can find these pictures, is the... I'd like to find the pictures of the pyramids. Let's see, where would that be? If I could do that. Find the pictures of the pyramids, and that would be under which aspect. I have so much crap everywhere. Oh, that's right too. I wish to find I gotta get in here earlier and find Oh, this is a shot for you. When you meditate, can you visualize yourself here? Where are you in that particular thought? You go deep within yourself, in your bubbling well, and you breathe. I'm just another face in the crowd. I talk about all of this and all of that. I'm nobody. We go way out there, but this is right here in the depths of our sea. This is right here on the planet Earth. That's in our ocean. Now, between this and that. How fantastic can we be? You and me. The depths of the ocean, the universe, and right here. Thank you for watching, Brother R.A., and all I had to say today.